Hello and welcome to a special Rares report for Wednesday, September 11th, where we are seeing the beginning of some huge profits being made in merchanting rares. Thanks for watching this Rares report. Your likes and your comments below this video will encourage me to make the next one, but in the meantime, I'll be working on the new website upgrades over at lumbridgecity.com, where I can help thousands of people learn how to use these very same merchanting strategies on any of the different items that are traded on the Grand Exchange. Thanks again. Now, on to the video. Easter egg prices have been going sideways and then dropped down and a little bit sideways, and it looks like this could be the breakout where the buy signal has been established. We look at the long-term prices of Easter egg from last November. Prices went up to about 70 million, then up to about 85 million and down to just under 80 million, and this could be the time when they're going to step up again. Pumpkin prices have shown that they can have some immediate volatility and extreme moves in the price, and it looks like we could be building up to another explosion in prices in pumpkin as well. When we look at the long-term price chart from the Grand Exchange Central, these charts don't really show us the detail that our charts here show us in the daily entering of the data from the forums. Disk of returning prices showing a little bit of spike and movement, but pretty flat over the last long time. Even through this triangle, they came out and went flat. And it's difficult to trade the disk of returning by the long-term historical prices from the Grand Exchange Central because the prices are actually different than what is showing in the Grand Exchange because they're always up and above the trading range. Weekly jug of wine prices are showing a nice increase and developing into another triangle formation here. So this going to go up further? Is this going to be the build up before a big explosion up? Or are prices going to revert and go back down? It's interesting to trade the half jug of wine with these price charts because we're trading at 1.4, 1.3 million gold pieces. But when we go and look at the Grand Exchange Central prices on the Grand Exchange, we can see that they're listed at 320 million. And the reason for this is prices can only go up by 5% every update. So every update it's going up its maximum that it can. But for a very long time now, the price of half jug of wine has been trading significantly higher than what is showing in the Grand Exchange. Moving on now to party hats. Is this the time where the markets are about to get active? We're seeing this little bit of an uptrend, and 3 times now it's been hitting off this price level. Our price is just about to go higher through this. And when we take a look at the 1-year chart from the Grand Exchange Central, we can see that the purple party hats made these nice triangles here and then faded out of it and slowly turned around before it broke above these prices. And then prices really swung fast and kept going up, made a little bit of a flag here. The other ones may have retraced. And then we made a top formation, number 1, number 2, number 3, and then it broke down below that in the middle of or the end of July. So it'll be very interesting to go back and watch one of the Rares report videos from this time. Am I saying sell? Is this a time where selling was in order? It certainly was. And now the price charts are looking like a turnaround is happening in all of the rares. So this could be the time that most of the rares are going up. Moving on to the yellow party hat, we see a very similar price chart pattern where it didn't quite test this high in this third to make 3 tests higher, but it's right at the precipice now, looking as though it's going to go higher from here. And you've got to determine when you're going to buy in and when you're going to sell out based on how much money you have and your want to get into the risk and stuff. But when we look at the 1-year chart, it still confirms that this could be a good time to purchase in. We saw a very long time from February all the way to May, early May, before prices went up. And then by mid-July, prices made a top formation. It took another month for this to form and prices came down. Now we're at this level here and it's taking a good month already for this bottom formation to shape up. And it could be the time to buy. So you really have to determine for yourself if you're going to buy into this or not. Now the green party hat is actually the most exciting right now because it's breaking out of this formation. It's actually taken that 1-2 second test and it's broken higher on the 3rd test of these prices. And it's barely visible here, but there is an uptrend starting here. If prices break above that, now we've got another huge triangle that has been formed and broken, and that would be yet another buy signal if you're an aggressive trader and you have the money. When we take a look at the long-term charts from the Grand Exchange Central, we can see that these prices did much the same as the other party hats in this area, where they came up, topped out, went sideways for a while, and then in early May they started breaking higher and just surged higher for quite a while. And again, they made a very clear, recognizable 1, 2, 3 top formation before it broke down there. Same time, early August, late July. And now it looks like prices are, a little bit wrong there, prices are making a bottom formation. When we get into the zoom in of the daily prices here, we can see this is more shaped like a bottom formation when we get into this kind of good detail. Red party hat, much the same. 1, 2, 3, third time on this, a little bit of a trend upward all the way along since this very bottom spot right there. It's been trending up and up and up. Now we're at a real precipice. It hasn't broken above it yet, but when it does, it's at a really important part in the long-term charts for our daily zoom in. And when we take a look at the Grand Exchange Central charts for the red party hat, again, much the same long-term build-up here before it sprung out. And this actually didn't spring out quite the same. And then the top was much flatter here before it broke down at about the same time and came down here. So this is kind of interesting to see. This is a more subdued, slower moving item. White party hat, blue party hat, and Christmas cracker stayed within the same posted ranges as they've been for the last few days. So they just continued advanced on just as they are. And they haven't made a decision yet one way or the other if they're breaking higher or lower out of this newly formed triangle formation. Moving on to some of the most exciting trading going on right now in Runescape for sure is the breakouts out of these patterns that you see that it's going up so quickly right now out of this price that it's making this chart look like there was no price range in this time. So prices have really exploded up out for the green Halloween mask. And in the long-term charts, we can see that this actually looks like there was very little going on in the market. And when it did break down out of that, it just sort of stayed almost sideways until that time in May, where prices exploded up out of this range. And then it's gone into a big, slow bowl-shaped formation, and it is showing a tick up in the recent price surge out of there. And this is important that we can see back further to see how much this is surging above these prices in the zoom in of these charts. And here is another profitable trade where we bought into the blue Halloween mask and prices have surged up and then surged up again. This would certainly be another buy signal for an aggressive trader. I've only got the one right now and I'll show you my bank in a second. Here's where we are. It looks like things are going to probably bounce around a bit before they end up going higher. And here we are with the blue Halloween mask, historical prices staying level, not breaking down below this price. And now it looks like prices are going to surge higher from this. And red Halloween mask, another confirmation for a breakout of this price, kind of wave it around for a bit and now it's going higher, so that's fantastic. Nice to see that it's coming to these areas here, a big slow circle. You can see that it hit off this once or twice and now it seems to be turning around and has an uptrend in the short term that it looks like it's continuing to go higher. And it's interesting again to look at the longer term charts because this looks like there was almost no range to the price, where prices stayed within this range for a very long time before they rose quickly. Then they made a 1, 2, 3 top formation just like the others and they broke down below that price there, but they didn't seem in this chart to have lost as much steam as some of the others, and now it looks like it's ready to resume its uptrend. And it could be one of these times where prices are going to go way up. And now everybody's favorite Santa hat made some really good trading signals here, definite buy signals. Another buy signal, and this is I think where I got in, is just about 172 million and I bought one of these. And prices have been going up and then going up faster. So this kind of accelerated rise usually means it's going to top and come down a bit. This usually means that, but I've said that before and the prices have continued to go up. So I have to follow my trading rules and not what my opinion is, but my trading rules say to buy when it does that signal, so I bought and now I hold until it makes a 1, 2, 3 top formation and then I sell out. So let's take a look at the long-term Santa from last year, about a year ago. And you can see prices rose to here, made a triangle formation, and then were fading off and fading off. Dropped here to the beginning of May, and they started their rise and just went on going up until the middle of July. When everything else faded off, it pretty much stayed steady and then has been rising again. So it started the rise before everything else. Everything else started the breakout after Santa broke above this part here. So that's very interesting to go through and see the timing of these long-term charts and look at them all, and then get to the point where we can see that Santa was actually the leader. It showed the bottom first and then started the trend upward, and that's where we are again right now. And now, thanks for watching this special Rares report. I'm going to reveal my bank and show you exactly what I've invested in the Rares, and how I think I'm going to make some huge profits from this. So here I am with a screenshot from earlier today where I brought up all my Rares in the price checker, and also had some of the conversation in the chat as well. Let me zoom in on this. So you can see I've got 1.371 million gold pieces, 1.371 million gold pieces invested. Lots of them in the Easter eggs, because the Easter egg prices haven't exploded out, and all of these ones already have. I also picked up a pumpkin at 182, and I'm sitting there holding these now. Thanks for watching this Rares report. Your likes and your comments below this video will encourage me to make the next one, but in the meantime, I'll be working on the new website upgrades over at lumbridgecity.com, where I can help thousands of people learn how to use these very same merchanting strategies on any of the different items that are traded on the Grand Exchange. Thanks again. This is Link Builder signing off.